Society is concerned with global warming and carbon emissions. Buildings and building construction account for more than half of all CO2 emissions. If we are to reduce emissions, we need to make buildings energy efficient, but we also need to use low-energy methods of achieving this. Natural materials not only help to make buildings energy efficient, but also they can make buildings healthier and function better. Natural materials generally have a much lower carbon footprint than conventional building materials. Most conventional materials consume a great deal of fossil fuel energy to produce and therefore contribute to CO2 emissions.
And used to a small extent there, but actually didn't really take off for some reason. We found out about the technology, did our own research. A number of people came together in the UK and we decided it was something that was commercially viable, and it's taken off to a large extent here. There are probably about 50 hempcrete buildings. Well, this build, we can prove that it works, we can show it to other people and to other architects, other professionals and builders, so that if you want to convince them of the technique, they can actually come along and have a look at it.
To look into hemp, which is a crop, being used as a natural insulation, but here cast with hemp. So this has led to a publication. A book has just recently been published by ourselves and other co-writers. So this is quite timely that this building is now happening exactly at this point. And in fact, we'll probably be even reviewing some of the details that are in that book, because we very much have a hands-on understanding of using the material now. We started the superstructure, that's the work above ground, 4 months ago. We started off with quite traditional footings, a normal strip footing around the building and that was followed by the stud work around the perimeter, which is then being cast around with the hemp and lime. The hemp needs a sort of rethinking in terms of what we call traditional building construction, because we've been using of the hemp are both that it's a good insulant but also has thermal mass. Monolithic means that it's one material right through. It does have a stud wall buried in the middle of it, but it isn't